Thomas, you can listen radio.
Yes, I dey lis ten radio. And all wetin I dey lis ten, no get hate, no get till. Government just dey do all wetin e feel for do na the country. Corruption dey all side. For layman get irration sef. Na work and the brother no wan give account of wetin they dey do.
Not so it dey be again. Not so like the way the government they hide for do anything. Now the people they want for know wetin dey happen at the government and they eager for take part for national activity. The government of Salon forbid the people government and they not for afraid for opening gates to the people. Thomas, you don't hear about OGP, Open Government Partnership?
No, na OGI I don hear about. Open Government Initiative.
Well, now OGI gets for implement OGP na Salon, but now the Salon government they bring OGP come na the country for can help them for govern better one and make sure say transparency, accountability, integrity they all side for governance.
Who side the tycoon na they eat grass?
Left that talk day. It don't tell let the people they know how much the government they give for run the ministry, department and agency. People they for know how the contractor then they manage the budget money where the government they give for benefits the people for maintain and report any kishi to police and anti-corruption.
Well, Fambulem, good morning. We want for welcome now to our usual program at this time, Fedration Link. We OGI, OGP, the put and pan, and this program they go all about the country, and you will get me in the 16 districts na Salon. And in fact, any say we day, even if you day Tonkolili, you go get me in a radio Baft, the Bo Kiss FM, if you day Bont Radio Bontiko, we day Puja Radio Wanjai, Makeni Radio Mankne, Moyamba Radio Morka, if you day Colenten Radio Cambia. Cambia Radio Colenten, if you Kenema Eastern Radio, Kailao Radio Moa, you Kenadugu Bintumani Radio, you get we of course na Falaba, Karene, you get we na Freetown Universal Radio, Citizen Radio, and Putloko, Bankasuka, you get we also na SLBC, Makeni, Kenema, Kailao, Bo, and even Magburuka, you will get to all about this country. Well, we go begin with the program. Of course, I get with me Mr. Jallo. Mr. Jallo, tell Fambuleadu.
Good morning, Fambulem.
And Theophilus Gwenda.
Yeah, Fambulem. Una good morning.
All right, now we'll start with news briefs for you. Well, we'll get Aminata Naya and Mr. Jallo. I think I'll begin with you.
Good morning, Fambulem. First and foremost, the Open Government Initiative stroke Open Government Partnership, one for tell the Sierra Leoneans thank you for this peaceful election so far we don't take place. And very soon we will go into a runoff with the appeal to people them that make them follow the rule of the law to the fullest and make sure we get a free violence elections. Make nobody no intimidate you. You must make sure you vote for the person who you want to vote for. As an individual, you get right for vote for the person who you feel who can make Sierra Leone better. So now that's make hate speech, ethnic business them make it far from way, because Sierra Leone we all belong now this country no more we get. Now that's make with the appeal to the general public, make them not allow politicians them for send them for make them get hate speech. This no go fine for we. We all know what may don't happen with we the 11 years war. We must have learned a lesson. So therefore this time round we say no to some of them unfortunate statements here, so where some people in they make. Therefore, OGI condemn wholeheartedly. Then people in there where they come with hate speech, where they try for divide this country, we say no to it, and we for all be assertive enough for say no to some of them unreasonable demands here, so where people in they ask for their own personal gains. Sierra Leone is bigger than each and every one of us. Sierra Leone is bigger than each and every of them political parties there. So, therefore, we call on all and sundry to making sure that they vote for the right candidate, and they orders them with the institutions, and they don't make so far, you follow them to the letter. If police say after elections we don't vote, Lord, we go now houses them, do make we follow that, because now then they for provide security for this country. Once more, I thank you now all for listening.
It's okay, sorry. Now, we'll go over to Theophilus. Thank you very much, Mr. Jallo.
All right. Thank you very much indeed, Dan Moss. And I want to start by saying that the press statement from the Office of the President, where you just read, sound very confusing. It sounds very confusing for every reason, because we never say this matter of the runoff in a court, and tomorrow the matter get for come up. And currently there's an interim injunction where say NEC for stop all preparations leading to the runoff, and that tomorrow the court will decide whether the runoff will go on or not. And even if the courts give order for the runoff go on Tuesday, I wonder whether NEC go be in a position for go ahead with them, because when you say stop preparation, which means they're not going for transfer voting materials here and there, and even if there's the courts, because by 12 o'clock tomorrow the court got the seats, so if they get ruling, then what do you expect NEC to do? And once the matter is in court, not to the Office of the President get last saying, it's the courts that get last saying over the matter as far as me concerned.
Right. I want to address this quick.
Okay, good. Yeah. Please go on.
Nobody not they above the law.
No.
Hold on. And then you they talk about a matter na court.
Yeah.
And this na a private individual. Hold on.
No, it's private individual.
Yes.
Okay,
we carry matter go na court. So government in all you know is that elections to be on the 27th of March. Now, whether then a courts no go will in it, the government they go ahead with as planned. If court gets ruling, then obviously they will come back, then tell the general public say NEC will come back to the general public say the elections not going to take place. So government not go wait for courts. We of course we know say elections will be on the 27th of March. So don't confuse this matter, please.
And just one for join the queue of Dan. Prior to courts, they come with such an injunction. This announcement been on there already.
Exactly.
And therefore, this they tell you the beauty of democracy, meaning the judiciary is another separate arm. So if for every reason the judiciary uphold waiting then talk about on Monday, then it's going to be a different ball game. But as it is for now, you understand, waiting will be up to Monday. So it's not about confusing, it's about following the rule of law.
You know for preempt. Anyway, go to you.
All right, okay. That's it. All right, you talk about a private person taking the matter to court. Listen, one lawyer called Ibrahim Sogi Kuruma, where gonna court seeking an injunction for put a stop on the holding of the runoff, so that the court go look into some issues them where erase, and the court actually don't grant that injunction already, like I stated earlier, and accordingly NEC don't issue a press statement for say, despite the fact say court don't give an interim injunction for put on hold all preparations, but then they go ahead for due preparation. But
so
of course that would be quite illegal.
No, you say you don't defeat.
No, not to me, not NEC.
No, because we no say runoff elections they be.
Okay.
You see, the difference you don't understand. If not a political party.
No, let me make my point.
No.
You're not getting me, Dan.
Alright, okay. No, I get you.
Yeah, you not get me.
Okay, go ahead.
Because,
go ahead.
But it's okay, right? But it's illegal for NEC to do anything outside the order of the court. If the court say wait, they have to wait. The court now get last saying over this matter. That make the court a very, very important. That make the one that where. sector very very crucial and therefore be very very independent because the decision in the final. Okay, so I think to say next we don't issue another press statement to the effect that they will go by the court's orders for wait first until the courts give they go ahead.
And then after they don't pull the first one.
Yeah, after they don't pull the first one, right? And I think, like I say, it was an illegal move for little bit therefore take any step against the orders of the court. So I think say they said don't pick up back for say okay.
No,
we'll go by
but this
the
that thing they come out before then a Saturday.
Yes.
Yesterday. Now this injunction come up for
yes,
Monday.
of course, that's what I'm
So
saying.
NEC may not do their own Friday before that.
Yes.
So NEC no go against anything because there was no injunction on a Friday. And now on a Saturday they make the decision. Anyway, Lord go.
Okay, yes, of course, yes. Well, that's what I say really. But me tell you say now that's exactly not the case. And this alone now a very serious cause for concern. Because everybody they hope now for let this election come and go. Everything that is standstill. Even the schools them, they're not effective again. People are able to move around freely. They wait to say okay after the election they don't postpone everything. The long and short of this now that the matter will come up tomorrow and the decision by the court tomorrow. But by the way, the matter will go straight to the Supreme Court. So now the Supreme Court therefore take the final decision. So we're gonna know whether the runoff will go on or not. But then all political parties, or let me say nearly all the political parties, them raise concern over the electoral process. C4C raise concern, NGC raise concern, PMDC, APC, even SLPP raise some serious concerns. But then they all seem for don't accept the result in the interest of peace, right? In the interest of peace. But then this Ibrahim Sori Kuruma guy, now a very fine lawyer, is a friend, and he happened to be a member of the All People's Congress, and he even stand for a parliamentary seat na Lumley, but of course a loss to an opposition candidate. And also he also belonged to the APC media campaign team. And the lawyer where they represent them inside this matter now, lawyer Lansana Dumboya, where in fact they stand for be Secretary General for the All People's Congress. So to some extent you could say the whole court thing is an APC thing.
No,
right?
No. You see, this thing is, let's put it straight.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
Is you for separate them, APC get their own lawyers them. I hope you understand. If na APC they care go the matter to court, it is crystal clear for saying that APC they care and go to court. It no matter, you understand, that the party where you belong to. If you as an individual go na court, the court not say APC because when I read voting from the court, they say from Mr. Ibrahim Kuruma. You understand? So they don't say from APC. So now make it crystal clear to general public here that not to APC take this matter to court, but rather
somehow.
This. No, not to somehow.
You talk about sincerity of purpose.
No.
Sincerity of purpose. If not be somebody different, this not gonna
as
come
an
up.
individual, you understand? Regardless the political party you belong to, you understand? You as an individual, you can do them. Okay. If not the party go, then go talk say na the APC party go.
All right.
Okay. Let's put it as it is. Okay.
So for me, there's nothing wrong for the APC going to court directly. I mean, than some other people acting in
still they make the mistake. Nobody know they act. This man is a private citizen.
I am talking about sincerity of purpose. How
no
can you
sincerity of purpose.
You cannot dissociate Ibrahim Sori Kuruma from the APC.
No, that doesn't matter.
You cannot.
No, you can. You can.
You can. Yes.
APC is an entity. It's in
okay. Let me go ahead.
Okay.
Let me go ahead.
That one is an individual.
Let me go ahead. International observers them observe the election. They say recognize the fact that there were irregularities, but that those irregularities they're not sufficient for put to question the entire electoral process, which is what Ibrahim Sori Kuruma is doing now, right? As an individual. Take note, as an individual, right? And the information is that about 50 NEC officials them they don't lay them off because of the irregularities they were talking about. When I make about 50, so 52 correct, right?
It's over 50.
Well, about 50. When I say about 50, yes. It could be over 50.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
It could be over 50. And we also know for say over 200 polling station results were cancelled because of the irregularities there. And we also know for say a good number of NEC officials are currently in police custody. Some even though stand for trial. And one of them, one we former colleague, Alex Pilar, is it? So he's in the Napadamagood prison right now, and the matter ongoing. So it's obvious that there were abnormalities, and it's very, very unfortunate. And elections abnormalities, we not for tolerate them, because for me, it's very close to treason. It's very, very close to treason, and so anybody where they find guilty of any electoral malpractice for be treated, with the heaviest force of the law, so that it will be a deterrent for let other people them not do such. But we want to say bravo to NEC, because unlike Christian Otopo, we say when I get problem, they go to police. The current NEC boss, he make sure say any survey complaint they go do the counts, which is very, very good, because at the end of the day, everybody for be satisfied with the process, right? And like I say, the courts now the only competent authority now. We're going to give NEC the go ahead, because already there's an interim injunction, and I will say the country sits on the time bomb. And we need to handle this matter with caution, with care, because the APC. Right, I listened to radio yesterday. The APC don't Siraji Rollins camera when the MP elect for this constituency. What this, right? I read yesterday. It called say the civil society bodies they don't issue press statement for call the members them for go out in the numbers now the courts. So instead they call on APC members them, especially aggrieved ones they where they fit to say NEC tamper with them with the result, this and that. They say for go now the courts. And I know for say a number of SLPP supporters are also going to be in the court, and also a good number of concerned citizens are going to be there. So it's going to be chaotic. So I think to say the security forces them for really be prepared for handle any emergency situation, but they say for good day in a manner where not go be intimidating, in a manner where go only be for put people them under control, so that they not go act anyway otherwise. And we just get few hours more to the runoff if it will ever take place, and we hope for say that will happen. And for sure, say NEC not get absolute control over the situation. We see what happen with the transfer of registration for two prominent people that will stand for the mayorship of the Freetown municipality. One from the APC, one from the SLPP. Their registration were transferred, to the Freetown urban district on orders of the court. Even though before that, NEC they don't say no to the nomination because they register outside the Freetown municipality, who said they want for can stand for be a mayor.
Yeah, but point of caution.
Yeah, please.
Not to say NEC not get total control.
Do they?
Yes. Let me tell you something. The thing is, now the law. Mm-hmm. The law now cover NEC.
So that's the point.
Okay, no, but not where you say no get total control. No, they are within the law. You understand that? What you can do so? Now the High Court pass judgment.
Thank you.
You understand? Well, that's what we are saying.
Thank you.
So if you do that, meaning you are within the law. You understand? The NEC not do anything outside the law. I hope you understand. That one is within the merit of the law. Okay? So not to anything within the outside law.
Yes, I agree.
So therefore, NEC they within the law.
I see. But the point is that I stand on my word that NEC not gets absolute control over the process, because they can be controlled anytime by the courts, particularly.
Of course, the courts not the law.
Thank you, by the courts.
Yes,
not any individual.
Of course,
not even the president.
Of course.
Okay.
So you meaning you are within the ambit of the law.
Yeah.
So nothing wrong about that.
All right. So like I state, a fine for the authorities, they look at them critically for see how best we go done away with this process. But if there's going to be, if the courts uphold the request for injunction, then it means the election will go on, and I don't know whether it's going to be indefinite. And if it will be indefinite, then the question is, who benefits most from it? You know, that are the question. And some people don't already say the president stands to benefit most because they don't already enjoy 2 weeks additional. And if the injunction the whole, then it means he's going to enjoy more time, kind of thing like that.
Yeah, we'll not go prejudice within the judgment give for day.
Well, it's very likely that the election will not go on Tuesday.
No, well, let's wait and see.
They have to transfer voting materials and all of that.
Yeah.
That make this action for me is not in the best interest of the country.
No, well, the thing is, let's wait and see.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah, we have to
because as long as the matter in a court, you understand, no prejudice the decision.
Yeah, but we
of
also
the court.
therefore look whether it is in the best interest of the country or not.
I think
for me, it is not.
I think whatever the court is doing, you understand, is about justice.
No, for me,
I hope you
it's
understand.
It's not about the justice now. It's about the action itself.
No, well, the thing is, whatever we do is about justice.
Okay.
I hope you understand. And Sierra Leone go benefit if justice prevails.
Okay, good. All right. So let's talk about other issues now. As we talk about the runoff, a number of political heavyweights, they don't decide for throw the weights here and there. Charles Francis Magai, for example, one of the presidential candidates for the People's Democratic Movement, PMDC, don't throw in weight behind retired Brigadier Julius Madabio of the SLPP for the runoff. Then Patrick Oduwaya of the National Progressive Democrat don't declare for Dr. Samura Kamara of the APC alongside the PDP, People's Democratic Party, the REFP, PLP. They all don't declare their support for Dr. Samura Kamara. Then the NGC, one of the National Grand Coalition, then say they no go throw the weight behind any particular candidate, and that then go ask the members them for use their conscience for votes for the candidate of their choice. As still they find out voting at the C4C site, maybe we need for gonna kono for ask, but I no one forget anything when no detailed. Then of course regrettably we want to announce the fact say we lost one of the prominent lawyers then in this country, Theo Edwards. He died last week Monday in Troitram, and they don't beg him already. May his soul rest in perfect peace.
Amen.
There are some other issues, but let's stop here first, Dan.
All right, thank you very much. And so we of course.
Just before you go, NEC complain of police harassment. And this is a very, very serious matter. NEC put out a statement for say policeman, the senior policeman, they go to the premises, they go begin look around, they ask for the executive secretary of NEC, and also they go to Falaba, they go to Cambia offices. So as far as NEC concerned, they are under serious police intimidation and harassment. But the police, they said they don't put out a statement to the effect that they not harass NEC in any way, that they just go on NEC in line with their duty, right? But NEC say they are being harassed. So NEC is in a total difficult situation right now, and this no warranted in any way, because at the end of the day, it go put NEC in a situation wherein whatever result they come up with go be challenged vehemently, and that's not going to be good for the peace and quiet of this country. I will stop here, Dan. Whilst we try for go to we correspondent to them.
Yeah, well, I think as the police then gets their own rights for ensure see them protect the citizens them. Okay, so everybody getting your own duties and responsibilities, you see. So even if we didn't police call we, you understand, it's our own responsibility for what they have.
No, the police,
you understand?
The police, what in the police for Lundu, just invite the executive secretary.
No, well, the thing is, what
right?
they say, not we go tell police what for
no,
do.
but what
you understand? But anything they do,
they are
I hope
us.
that's what I'm saying.
Serving us.
Yeah, but they don't say then they within the ambit of the law.
The police formation say they perform their duty in a way
right.
we're not going to be termed as intimidation.
That's what I'm saying.
But what person and NEC, according to NEC, intimidation.
Okay.
And the police for avoid that kind of situation today, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, Mr. Jallo.
Okay. Thank you.
It's okay. Well, unfortunately, of course, the Fourth Estate,
yeah,
they lost one
Oh yes, yes.
Very prominent journalist.
Christopher Coker. Yes.
My God.
And of course, a member of Virgil, and of course, we're not seeing managing consultant, now we own newspaper, and of course, he been a big managing director for Ariogbo and Peep. And then, of course, this man, he died, he left in Mama,
Oh yeah.
one Mami Landers, we, of course, old, we don't say, now being big somebody now we church. But then we don't say Christopher Coker, everybody been know him for analysis.
Yeah, very controversial.
Very controversial man, political. So we don't lost Dandy. And then the Disabled Commission, last night, the office done born. Yes, just get information from Commissioner
Freddie
Kamara. We see the office don't born for us don't go all time, but I think to see the office born most things damaged at the place. But therefore investigate for level no more as to what caused the fire.
Oh, that's too bad.
Okay, well they go straight away to we correspondent to them for level able to get some information as to what's in the happen na the different side of the country. So we know say tomorrow going to be a day of decision making in this country, especially the courts, and more on this election, because everybody they look out for say this election will be on Tuesday, and as far as we concerned, we wait for Tuesday for see whether the election go on or not. But the decision therefore be made on Monday from the courts. We wait in the court. But let we get some report from Asata. Asata they can be on standby. They wait for we. I'll get some report from Asata now. Yeah, good morning, Asata.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, good morning. Yeah.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Yes, you on Federation Link.
Yeah. Well, in a way for bring peace during March 27 presidential runoff elections, now it make different organizations like UN Security, National Security, Women's Situation Room National Director, PPRC, President of the Pentecostal Churches na Salon, etc., don't focus na Cambia for ceasing on violence and peace go down to the people, women and youths na the district. As they complain, the flag say, tearing of posters they among political parties. Now, it make the Beaches High Commissioner together with PPRC come on fact-finding visits on concerns and comments from political parties. Now, the Kabia District Council all issues of violence, victimizations among political parties in the district. Commissioner of PPRC, Alaji Wilson, tell the different parties to abide by the code of conduct where the Beaches High Commissioner said in the talk. People for be mindful of social media, he emphasized. The Director of National Commission stress how people for be worrisome of negative impact of tribalism. He warned that make such example no come na saloon. For combat the same peace message, the President of the Pentecostal Churches, His Lordship Bishop Achibo Cole, Wilson, the founder of New Life Ministries na Salon, yesterday come na Cambia an old big meeting na the Wesleyan Church na Old Town Field. Different churches, reverends, pastors, missionaries of all other churches been go and listen to the same peace message. He talk on how we for be one for push the country go before and self come together and make a better salon. He emphasized make the implications and differences of sectionalism, religionalism and tribalism. This may cause in a nation. He prayed fervently that the Lord will continue for bring peace and reign na shalom. For Federation Link, mina Asta IBS Kamara na Radio Collinton Cambia.
All right, thank you very much, Asata. Well, Asata, the report from Cambia. We'll go Kono, and let's see if we will get Dawish. We'll tell you exactly what happened in the Kono district. And we'll try to forget Dawish, otherwise they go, because it looks like Kono a little bit difficult this morning. Then we go for go Bond, because I noticed Joseph Morrison they on standby at any time. We will go Bond, but make we see what's in the happen right now and see as we go put locker now, because we're able to go corner yet and join Bwaka Kanu as they on standby for giving information as to what's in the happen in Port Local District. Good morning, Abu Bakar.
Good morning, Dan. Good morning, Theophilus and Mr. Jallo, for this wonderful program we'll play today. We're in a Fedration Link.
Alright, so what's in the happen in Port Local?
Yeah, Dan, Port Local was so busy with plenty meeting them. We cut across, we get the visit of His Excellency, the British High Commissioner, to Salon, the visit of the PPRC, that is the Political Party Registration Commission, the visit of the ONS, all geared towards hate speeches, tribalism, regionalism, and same also we people in the give hate messages or hate speech where they actually not go well to the system of Sierra Leone when it talk of democracy, and same also how the 27th of March 2018 run of elections. Well, this important meeting same also the key stakeholders we na the security apparatus, the ONS, and self the youth them and the human institution room, we put Tangawan how they serve so much useful in case of the runoff elections. As this now one party we serve the citizens of the local district and same also the two political parties them we na the Sierra Leone People's Party SLPP and the People's Congress Party APC. Same also be dialogue and see how they serve could able create a conducive we plenty people them to come out immensely for go vote for the runoff elections. Well, that particular event, where the ONS can inside Port Local District, able to bridge a peace between the APC and the SLPP, where the former aspirant for the mayoral position inside Port Local District, when Emilia Kadia Tukogra, and serve the Secretary General of the People's Congress Party, when Mr. Ibrahim Natkanu, be sick and same also share a common thoughts with plenty people be admire in front of plenty stakeholders, more especially the paramount chief of the Kingdom, the ONS, the security apparatus, winner AIG, winner Combat. Well, as all the be, self, the human situation will be take a bold step for go na two communities, Lonsan and Nungi, for great peace, and same way to the human situation room, na a key element towards the 2018 election. As say, plenty women they're so much vulnerable and same ways to not get an way how they self could participate in governance. Now make situation women create them so that make the able create a conducive atmosphere where women themselves for go vote. And self the people them way that but local district don't see that don't get 13,000 void votes. The Minister of Information and Communications, when Alaji Alpha Sahib Bakakanu, don't take the steps for go around the two districts them, but local and say Musukari and for 50 people them. But when they reach Nagbintitong, when I Dibiati Dom, inside carrying a district, no man he say for second the void votes them, we actually then see a plenty inside local and say Musukari in a district and self. Inside say they don't notify some police station them. It's a sometimes in vote day. You say but if the one party political party they come about for sensitize people and how for vote. He said this is very much holistic and same way so say and say that anyway how they say able vote for the political party who certainly belong. Well, the constituency 74 we now Lokomasamati themselves plenty by the supporters will be the that the NDC and ADP and other political party go agree say then they join to the People's Congress Party. When they be the talk now Eureka section, plenty by the people will vote to the NGC say then second choice now APC and SFC then they join the APC for vote for Dr. Samura Kamara. Well, the LDC for Poloko Police Division winner J.A. Bono, if you put a clear they say they don't get plenty backup. We got talk of the MacP and same with the Shalom Police for pick up the security apparatus for see that the 27th March 2018 election will be very peaceful. As next step, don't train the polling staff and same with Sudan ready for distribute all sensitive and non-sensitive material to all police stations them inside Potoko district. As we talk now, Potoko is relatively calm. Everybody they go to do about your own business and self how them 30 people are not prepared and self the All People's Congress Party, the SLPP, don't train them party agents them for check the runoff elections. Reporting for OG and OGP for those link in our Bakakanu report for Potoko from West Region.
Alright, okay, thank you very much, Abubakar. We did go Kenema and join Safa Moriba. I see they're on standby. Good morning, Safa.
Yes, good morning, my colleague. Good morning, colleague.
Yes, what's happening at the Kenema district?
We're currently at the Kenema Police Division, which are hundreds of police officers. The AIG is Africano Camera, the address of working with the area experts from the officers there in this part of the country. You know, they come up from all over the nation because I see they really popular, and most of them, when I talk to them, they come up from Makele, Freetown, and so forth. They all there where the AIG they try for send them at the various locations then at the region, and they do the step work what they do. And also we still at the see some security. Then even the military officers and the OSD they put themselves on guard for ensure the working aspect of them for let them do. That's what they go on now currently as I talk to you. And then at the Kenema Police Division, Kenema.
So far, how the people of Kenema prepare for the runoff?
Well, that enthusiasm there. People from this part of the country there, they're ready for this runoff. Like yesterday, when they use they come on air and so forth, we get a serious call from the community people there. They ask you whether election will go on Tuesday and so forth. As I talk to now, majority group in the radio, even the State House release where you don't read, most of them go to the radio as we talk. Everybody be done really ready for the runoff election for Tuesday. Now that anybody will talk to them because they say this runoff will not go on here. You don't necessarily they paralyze at Kenema in this area. But putting on the go on everybody just they look up to this one great election.
But apart from that, is it that Kenema peaceful, right?
Well, Kenema, as I talk to them, Kenema very, very peaceful. And you see the security people them, they mingle with the civilians and so forth. Now so things they don't go on here. Really it's peaceful. Most of the news about Kenema people they normally talking about lie and so forth. But we as media, we don't take that fake news then. Kenema since the election up to now as I talk to them, it's very, very peaceful at the moment.
Alright, thank you very much, Safa. Thank you. Alright. Okay, that's Safa Moriba been the give update as to what's happening Kenema. We'll go Bonth quickly and then we go try for go Kono and try for see what the situation Kono because it look like Tio one that we go Kono actually. Anyway, so we'll go Bond quickly and talk to Joseph Maurice Namara as he on standby, and then we go try to forget Darwish. We don't get Joseph. Good morning, Joseph.
Yeah, good morning, Dan. Good morning, Mr. Jallo, and also to you and people within Radio Land Fedration Link.
So, what are the situation at Bonth?
the current situation about before I go to the election, one Stephen Pana, 35, when a 55-year-old, a meeting with Namara Makpana, 35-year-old, we been there for die later and put young government hospital in this been there for happen and Madina Tan inside boom chief down on the street on the 4th, and the woman been there for die on the 8th March 2018. And this matter currently in police, inside Bo, where they investigate. According to the local unit commander, when our chief superintendent Amodu Ture, na bond, they therefore talk say they make palava for bench, we later the mate they get for beat, the girl picking of a mate, where the papa get for come and go into the issue, beat the woman, and the woman they get for collapse. Later they take an to a clinic, and later they transfer na Pujan. But that matter the other police. For the March 27th runoff presidential election where get for take place, the people about the street don't really determine, they don't prepare because they want for going into the runoff. But the two political parties, as I don't say all throughout this week, they talk about non-violence for election where get for take place, that nobody know for make palaver, no for provoke, nobody know for intimidate and campaign, because both, as we likely know, are a peaceful district. But one disappointing area where people they look at, and this injunction where they are within a court presently on this particular runoff we get for take place. Because as for now, people don't prepare, and even they don't even start now for make a send in workers and the various chiefdoms and we they get already because today I able to talk to a few way get for take their leave today for to various areas where they don't send them. And one of the things they say, they don't want to go stay too long now the areas which they get for send and the working areas, because as much now one day to election when they travel, that is only take one day, the next day the election will take place and they prepare for return back now the normal base. So now one disappointing area that's where people they look at. But as for now, Bond is very peaceful because the political parties, the two political parties we get for going to the race, the people they want to bond their bond. And I had a bidon day, then our brothers and sisters, now only the party we don't divide them, and the ideology we don't divide them, but they still see themselves as one family. Only that some political parties at the districts we they already make their declaration for give support to the Sierra People's Party. But one thing where people they now the really big neck, what did they plead to neck, that the things that will happen during the first election, we on March 7th. We like they say some parties begin for happen, you know, that thing they say next for really try for be professional in all the activities that what will happen now. Most of the centers, the police stations they make it not happen again. Because this time around the election where they hope that they don't have any votes and they don't have any overvotes, so they don't have any invalid votes and they don't have any overvoting. Now that make the process they really get from monitor by their the party supporters and the party agents they send at the various polling stations, and even new and NEC and also NEC officials where they get for DD, and also the observer from the media houses. They say all that will able for make it come out with credible election. So in whatever decision they want for take, they get for look at all the areas and they will get for observe the election critically. That whatever decision they will take, they get for look at the reports where they come out and the various people already observe the election. So far, so good for now. Now that the inside Bond district, Dan way I just report to you on Federation Link. Joseph Maurice Namara.
Thank you very much, Joseph. Well, family, in case you want to be part of the program, send your text to 076470400 so that you go able to be part of this program. We'll still try to reach Kono, but make a try Patrick Mansare. Maybe we'll go before get time for Kono because to try Dauda, we'll be able to reach him. But now we see if we go before get Patrick and Sari, we of course go tell we as to what's in the Apina Kono district. Well, still Federation Link will go all about now. Other country, other side, other part of the country. But for make you go be part of the program, send your text to 0766-470-400. We try for reach Patrick Nakono and make sorry, tell we exactly what's in the happen na Kono district. But we never for each Patrick, we dey go Bo. As Mr. Jallo, they get us some text message. We they go Bo and talk to Sami Afna. For the Sami Afna give you exactly what's in the happen about district. This is Fedration Link, or with me, Mr. Jallo and Theo. And we go. Yeah, good morning, Sammy. Good morning.
Yes.
You know, Federation Link. What's in the what are the situation about?
Well, go quiet this morning. On Palm Sunday, people and all and Palm then and don't begin go church. No problem, no day. But throughout the week, now sensitization be they go on. But cool people and they make workshop them where they talk about peace. They talk about no tribalism, no regionalism, and then kind of thing and be. And the two party them themselves engage them, people them, they tell them the same thing. And then they move all around like the All People's Congress. They say they're not making no rally and they're not making no rally. They move and then get to host marketplace. Society people and they get animals. They talk to them about peace and teach them how to vote. Then we see Musa Tarali in Kanabu, himself can declare for SLPP, and he makes some donation for the polling agents, and he talk plenty why he don't come back home. They say this is a homecoming for him. So himself don't do in support for retired Brigadier Julius Marabio. And Lawyer Charles Magai, himself Kanabu, yesterday, himself doing support heavily for retired Brigadier Julius Marabio. And himself talk why he don't come back home. He say he no go support Dr. Samuel Kamara because he get case in the Supreme Court where he say Dr. Samuel Kamara not eligible. So he say he no go don't talk that, then he go support him back. So they gladly way don't come back home and encourage him party people them for support the SLPP. So I think kind of thing and they happy about both very peaceful, no problem.
Alright, so how the Bo people prepare for the runoff?
Well, people them prepare, they really prepare. Even we in the media, we say we get for dinner in my office almost 9 o'clock night. They prepare how for send people out for make sure say we do how they send out for report. But people receive the injunction message with some mixed feelings. Then people again they read the press release where government say because of election Tuesday and holiday. So people just sit on the wait for see what thing will happen. And people are really ready for the runoff.
Alright, okay. Thank you, Sammy. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Alright. Well, I think to say we'll get some text messages there now, Mr. Jallo, and you there on standby. Alright. I'll get some text messages there now from Mr. Jallo.
Yeah.
And
Say Dr. Samura Kamara will surely be the next president of the country because action springs not from thought, but from a readiness for responsibility from Lamin Oditi Kamara Newton 4 Mile. No citizen is too powerful to be above the law. Senior government officials, politicians, ordinary citizens are all to be accorded equal treatment under that lower cassava farm tree planting. Yesterday, tension jubilation started rising for a while, later died out. My to grassroots supporters should be careful. Too much overzealous will lead to hypertension. Daniel Kagbo, Bold City. Please, guys, put people straight as we have few days more ahead. Let people know if the election is going to right or not. Sheriff from Bow City. Mr. Jallo, call things by in name as na APC they talk but hate speech from from IA Bar from Bow Waterside. APC is in disguise, buying more time through lawyer Ibrahim Soriko Roma to put their 99 tactics in place to rig the runoff election, but our good Lord will not allow them. This time, APC must go as people are seriously suffering in this country. From Lago Nakisi. The same thing again. Till you dey waste your time waiting the people, then they do una the only true person are they afraid for this country. Please, SLPP, APC party, and so on. Let us preach peace. We are all Sierra Leoneans, so let us come as one to build up Mama Saloon. Because we are one people and one nation. So let us embrace each other and say peace from Timberland in Porty Junction. Dan, I think Theo must understand that the functions of NEC are subject to the legal framework of the country. We saw a similar scenario in Kenya and Liberia, and of course was applauded by Theo himself. Let's be consistent, Pa Alhaji Waterloo. Oh my God. Too much text. I thank you very much for your wonderful work done. BO is our next president. This is the last tactics of the APC as they have to go from Chubrock, McKinney. Good morning. I strongly stand by what Theo said. If the APC party that is behind the injunction from Alfred Inbo. Mohammed Tennyson Bo, Mr. Binder, the whole world knows that Sierra Leone runoff election takes place on Tuesday, March 27. We need changes and development now. Brother Theo, God will continue to guide you because you are very much objective in your submissions. Keep it up. Paul Moyamba Junction. Please, Sierra Leonean, avoid signing the ballot paper from about mile 91. I like this program, but really Daniel Mosiri and Mr. Jallo is not doing justice to the topics. God bless Theophilus, Mrs. Kamara, Sumaila Town. Mada Bio is our next president. C4C meeting in Kono did not invite any political party. I just don't know why APC members are entering meeting without invitation. Good morning, sir. But, sir, we are in doubt about this runoff. We are so confused because some are saying the runoff should not take place by Mohammed K. Mansari of Inista. Federation Link, let's not use a dead prick to scare away a pregnant woman. Tuesday is a runoff. A polling station, it should not be like a market. Constituency 73, Ward 255, where I cast my vote. Trust me, the place is not well organized, and most of the polling agents I saw on that day are not competent to do the job. Most of them are palm wine tapper. There's another factor that leads to this mess. Please, we need the involvement of the police and military come 27 March to watch the process. Suri Kagbo Rokupur, my 38.
Just two more.
How can individual hold the whole country to a standstill? Is rather unfortunate. SLPP, we did for you. We are pleading to NEC to conduct a credible, free and fair election. As this time round, we need total change of government. Lamin Kane.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jallo. Theo been talk about say NEC, police, they harass their staff. Well, the reason why, according to the information I get before me, the reason why NEC, of course, police go and NEC, police actually invite the NEC executive secretary for questioning, and the NEC executive secretary requests for the questioning be in an office. So now they make police bingo now that place the deal. This now for information, forget that.
the next executive sector not supposed to dictate to the police. The police they be supposed to invite the man and they insist on the fact that he should go there. He should be there. If the police invite me for go there, I know the same pass the can meet me and my host. I will go there. They're not going to accept that.
Executive officer requests the police.
Well, look at the implication now.
For go nine office.
Well, look at the implication now.
What is wrong?
The same net is saying that the police intimidated them as a result. Well, so that the police will not avoid.
No.
So you should act professionally. For this, they did not act professionally. I can tell you.
If the NEC executive officer secretary request the police,
they're not for them go there. The person for them go there. They insist. Say if I go meet them.
Okay.
For avoid this kind of situation.
Okay.
So that's no excuse, my brother.
Quickly before we round up, we one for Theo, quickly.
Okay. Well, as me, one my friend just sent me text regarding to the late Phil Edwards. He said the burying will actually take place on Thursday. So I'm sorry that I be saying they don't bury him already. But then, if the injunction hold, will there still be a public holiday? Then I make I be say the press statement where you read is confusing. So if the injunction hold and that the election not take place on Tuesday, will there still be a public holiday? You for answer that question, Dan Moss. Then one we lost one other prominent young man, one man, Amadou Ndweka. I don't know Dan Moss if you sabi him. The last thing I go say, lawyer Ibrahim Sori Kuruma, with all due respect, is not acting in the best interest of the country, and wish for take note of that.
May not go argue.
Well,
it's your opinion.
Yeah, of course. It's a factual opinion. Now, so the last week back, what talk say it's unlikely that the runoff will go on as scheduled. You say, when I say my opinion, but we, journalists, they when they express feverish opinions, where they express analytical and factual.
You say, they act in the interests of the state.
That's my standpoint. He's not acting in the best interest of the country.
Accept the man
is he more Sierra Leonean than all of us, than the political parties?
That question for ask
he's not acting in our best interest.
But Mr. Sise feels say as a citizen, as a citizen, he feels say things are not right.
Is he the only citizen of this country?
Well, okay. Anyway, Mr. Jallo, long round up.
Yeah, one for tell Fambul them thank you, and would advise the general public. We need to put Salon first, not as an individual. Now that's make we always say let we respect we institutions. If somebody can, they tell we say let we not respect institutions. If you can tomorrow can be president, how you go able govern? That is the reason would always they urge people for make them respect institutions. If you feel aggrieved, there's every reason for make you go na the court. You understand? And now that's make like Ibrahim Sori Kuruma, himself feel aggrieved. They feel say there are some certain inconsistencies. You understand what happen, irregularities. He take the matter to court. So that in no way no feel say yes the man is not a citizen, the man need to do an act in a good way. That is your own opinion. But what would they say? Now we make use of we institutions and make we avoid hate speech. No tribal. We say no to it. You should be assertive enough so say no to some of them here. So the politicians then are for their own good, but let politicians not go tell you say because you na so side you na tribal. They say no allow that. So we Sierra Leoneans will say no to it and let we continue for resist that and make we work for the interest of Mama Sierra Leone. I thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Well, I think to say there, so we go round up because still you don't get that for say again, but all the same with the round up and one for tell we listen at them plenty. Thank you for wanna listen to now continue for listening to this station SLBC because they give the correct information as how it happened. Well, continue for listening. If on Monday the runoff will go on, we're not going to know from this very station. So stay tuned. Well, thanks to the listener, and I want to say good morning to me, Mommy Aja Gamatukake. Good morning, and special thanks to Mr. Unisa Sise. I see you. They listen to we as well. Me technical man Suri Ibrahim Ja. And of course, the announcer on duty in Kwame Yankson. So till we meet back, that must say that we wish you a pleasant Sunday and make sure say you keep the peace. Bye bye.
Thomas, you can listen radio.
Yes, I dey listen radio. And all wetin I dey listen, no get aid, no get till. Government just dey do all wetin e fit for do na the country. Corruption dey all side.
The first broadcasting host na West Africa.
Ifambule Muna, good morning. This is Pastor Dorothy Coker.